Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pochilu Femwape, that boy from Mumbwa trying to make a difference. So today I've been joined by a woman that has taken it up on herself. As they say, what a man can do, women can do better. Women in leadership, honorable. Madam, how are you?
Thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Before I tell the title of honorable, I want you to introduce yourself to the lovely people.
My name is Amata Piri. I'm from Namwala. I'm doing public administration. I'm a honorable. You introduce me. He wants to introduce himself, so yeah.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for today is indeed a leader here at the National Institute of Public Administration. As we know, there is the NIPASO, which is the NIPA Student Union. These are the speakers that speak for us. So she's indeed the Minister of Gender and differently abled, Honorable Martha Piri. A round of applause for her. Ladies and gentlemen, as we dive into the conversation today, we'll be talking about leadership, as well as just having to position yourself as a young woman. You're not a girl, you're a woman, isn't it?
I'm a woman.
Right. So Martha, as we kickstart the conversation, tell us about yourself.
I'm just a young lady trying to figure out life. We all know that life is really tough, especially for a student. And being a leader is also not that simple, but we are pushing and we're trying here and there. And not forgetting, I'm also a business lady. Yeah, I'm a business lady. I do hair and I sell some clothes and all that. Just trying to make sure you fit in.
When did you start plaiting hair?
In grade 4.
You started plaiting hair in grade 4?
I always had the passion for that. So I just started. When I started, people didn't believe. I used to tell my mother to say, "Mommy, I know how to plait," and she'd be like, "No, you don't." Then one day, it was on a holiday, I wanted my hair to be done, and then they refused. She was like, she doesn't have money. Then there was cotton in the house. That's how I just started. Those to my dreads, so yeah, that's how I started. When I came outside, and she was like, "Who's plaiting?" I'm just alone in the house. And that's when she was like, "Wow, this is really good."
So you'd plait yourself?
Yes.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the mom is very proud, yeah?
She's proud.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So just before we go away from talking about you having to plait, so I hope this plating venture will not only end here in school. I hope when you are done in school, you're doing public administration, isn't it? Despite having to be the public administrator, we still want to see you having to have Martha's Hair Salon. What name are you thinking about? Martha's Hair Salon? Beauty Parlor.
Because I'm not just only going to focus on plating.
Okay.
Yeah, I did some cosmetology. So the nails.
You did cosmetology? When did you come here?
I came here in 2024.
2024. So basically you're in your third year.
Yes.
You did cosmetology in which year?
2025.
In 2025?
Yes.
When you are still here? Multitasking. So there's this norm that is believed by a lot of people to say you cannot save 2 masters at a time. So someone is going to tell you, no, you cannot do public administration and cosmetology. How did you manage to strike a balance?
Well, I managed. And I believe to say that's just a norm at the end of the day. Because in as much as it might be tough, it's not impossible. Yeah. I just scheduled it to say the time I don't have class, I go for my lessons, and it was tiresome, but it was not bad. I managed.
I want to ask you a question. Is there a difference between a politician and a leader?
Politician and a leader. Politicians are also leaders.
Okay.
But there's a difference.
Do you know where this question is drawing from? I've had interactions with a lot of young girls, fellow students, and they'll tell you to say, in Obama politics, it's in my before. Okay? And no, me, I distance myself from elections. Yes, most definitely when we're standing in the PASO, yes, there is campaigning. It's more of elections. They are elections, actually. Yes. So I've heard a lot of people having to distance themselves and say, no, me, I don't want to participate in politics. So I've been having this question on my mind to say, is a politician and a leader the same?
Yeah, they are the same.
They're the same?
In that line, just to add on from what you're saying. Yeah, people say they want to distance themselves, but at the end of the day, the truth is, we are all part of this society. We are all part of the politics, whether we like it or not. In one or the other, we're affected. Because even if you say maybe, yeah, these are school politics, right? There might be school politics and people come to vote and all that, even though it might not be as the one for the national elections. But then, when it comes to national elections, our parents are working in the same government. So we can't say we can't be part of it. Definitely, in one or the other, we're part of it because we are revolving around this whole political thing.
Right. So maybe there is a fellow young student that's watching currently and aspires to also have to maybe be part of Nipaso, okay, having to join the leadership, the women leadership. So basically, Martha, tell us about your story, having to initiate yourself into leadership, and congratulations, you won. Yes, you know, there's an aspect of losing, but yeah, tell us about it. How was it?
Well, being a leader is not, it comes with a lot. So, let me start from the beginning, how it all started. We closed, we remained in school. There was something to do with the constitution amendment. So, somebody just called me, so, yeah, he called me, he was like, you have to stand in for people with disabilities.
Yes.
Are you going to be available? And then I checked around. There was nobody in school. Like, definitely, I'll be part of that constitution amendment. That's how I went. Pushing there, so all those discussions, they brought in new positions, and we had to like ask them up to see, was that position really important? And even the other position, even foreign affairs, was it really important? Yeah, it was important because those people, they also needed to be
represented.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, we'll go in for that. And then apparently when the constitution gets amended, if there are no other people that could stand in, we could go in. Yeah. So that's how we became leaders automatically. We are voted for in that. So after that, the following year came, we lived here for elections. And then I was like, I wasn't ready. Then I was like, I think I might understand this better. And I'm one person that's so passionate about caring for people. I need to be there for my people. Even at home, I'm a peer educator. Like, I really took it personal to an extent, such that the young ladies, the young girls around, I talk to them. So I was like, I think this is my chance. Let me take it up. And also for also the differently abled, I also come up with interactions here and there, even just way back in the village. So I was like, I think this is how we can try and do this. That's how I interact. I've also been that kind of person that I just have expected to say, no, politics this, politics that. But I've always understood from childhood anyway to say, I'm part of it, despite me not taking it personally. So that's how it really happened. Thank God we managed to win, and I'm glad that we are able to be there for others. I know we might not be there for everybody, but we're trying some areas, and I'm glad. I'm doing something that I love.
Right. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the experience during the elections. I hate to say there is a lot of chaos that comes with it. There is a lot of fire. Tell us about it.
The elections are going to drain you.
Yeah.
And with the fact that everybody just expects you to be there, all that. Let's talk of finances. Let's talk of you being ready, just physically, mentally, spiritually. It's a journey. It's not easy. You've also got anxiety issues. What if this backs up? It doesn't happen, but you need to be ready at the end of the day. There are those people that are planning to be in leadership. They are leaving soon. Just make sure you're prepared mentally, physically, even economically, because these students, they just look like this. When it's that time, they won't even feel pity for you.
They won't even consider you a student.
They want money, they want this and that, and then it's not easy. I saw this as part of the national politics because it's so draining. I swear, it's so draining.
Yeah.
You need money. You just need to be prepared. There are people that are going to come and tell you to say, it doesn't really make sense, what and what, don't do this and that. But, and again, don't be too optimistic to say, I'm actually going to do it. Especially when people are coming and telling you to say, no, I'm going to win, I'm going to do that. Just
be calm.
Yeah. Pray. Because God also chooses leaders at the end of the day. So, you yourself, you might not really, you might say, I'm the one, I'm this and that, but then if it's not yet God's time, then you might actually back down. And people get drained when it backs down. Because, so, even before you just go there, just be mentally ready for anything. Because me, I was ready. And that thing of saying you have to you look down on your opponents, don't do that. That's a very big mistake. People are liars. People are Judases. Let's talk about Judases. They are Judases. They are going to be laughing here and there. No, give us this, give us that. But at the end of the day, they know who they want.
Yeah.
So you just have to be ready. Don't get disturbed. That's not to say this might not be my time. There's still next time and you're going to make it at the end of the day.
From the time that you came here at NIPA, what has been the best thing that you've lived to? Yeah, what's one best thing that you've lived to experience?
Weirdly, having to be waking up at 01, saying there's somebody, take them to the hospital. That's my best experience.
Oh, really?
People say, especially my friends, they normally get concerned, like, Martha, you're troubling yourself, you're doing this and that, but I'm like, I just don't know how I feel. It feels good to be there for people. It's just something that has been in me. I feel nice. So when somebody wakes me up, somebody's sick, let's take me to the hospital, I'll be rushing, I'll be going. Remember, at first, we had, I was supposed to get coffers from Union Coffers, yeah.
Yes.
I was supposed to get from there. But then we were still trying to be ready one way or the other, and it wasn't so easy.
Yeah.
So you find somebody sick at night, and then I tried to call our finance minister. At times, it wouldn't be possible for him to just be there and there, especially if it's at night, It's not easy.
Yes.
You need procedure. So it was kind of hard. But I would use my money. If I don't have money at that moment, I would credit. I'm like, it will be replaced. All I wanted. And my friend would be like, she's a sister. She was like, what are you doing, mother? This and that. People this.
Yeah.
All that. So people were just like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. At the end of the day, people don't appreciate. Me, I don't really care whether people appreciate or not. As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I think that gives me peace. So that's the best experience.
What's the worst experience that you've ever had here? From the time that you came here in your first year till now in your third year, what's the worst experience you've ever had?
My worst experience. My worst experience was when I found an F on my results. Yeah. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
So I was devastated. Everybody else was just like, we've made it. Last semester. Then me, I went there to check. There's an F there. F. It's even saying, proceed you want. How do they repeat? I'm like, damn, what's going on? Okay, I was broken, and that's a course that I knew to say, this course, no matter what happens, I can't fail. I expected to fail quantitative. I expected to fail these other courses, not that one. So it was so devastating. I cried. I was just like, God,
how did you pick up yourself from that devastating state?
It was tough. I was just broken. Okay, I was broken. But I'm one person that you won't notice that I'm broken just looking at me, because I have got this smiley face. So I'll be there just to make sure the surrounding nothing say I'm broken. I would even be, even if I'm broken, you come to me, you ask me for advice, I'll give you. So I was there. It's like, this is going to be sorted out, and I prayed.
There are certain people that get to maybe have C plus, D plus, or F, and they get to feel it's the end of the journey. They get to feel they are failures. What would be your advice then?
It's not the end of the journey, and failure doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means maybe you need to pull up and don't give up.
Right.
Whatever happens.
So maybe as you are concluding, Martha, I would love you to advise, maybe there's someone watching you right now, someone who, as they say, we're always an inspiration to someone out there, and basically there's someone that looks up to you. So this whole journey that you've been here, you've acquired the experience, you've seen the love, you've seen the acceptance that people have given you, and basically having to have the zeal to even work for the very same people. So what would be your advice to that person that's watching you right now?
All I can say is don't look down on yourself, no matter the situation. We are all facing one issue or the other. Be yourself and be proud, and also believe in yourself.